Hello guys and welcome back to episode 2 of my team, and we'll advance this while we're going through other stuff. So last time out, Bahrain, we a lucky safety car near the end, getting us the first podium of the season. Oh nice, so we've got some R&D stuff come in, which has helped bump us up a little bit. We've still got a bit of durability work, aero and powertrain being done. We don't have a great deal of resource points kicking around, so I don't know if we're going to be able to afford anything else. We can afford it, so we'll go for it. We're going to get it between now and Monte Carlo. Okay, so let's start the season break.
We need your input here. It's not an easy choice, I know. Thanks.
We'll
I know
throw
these
the money
kind of
at it.
decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
And we can afford a secondary sponsor. So I don't think with points are going to be something we're going to hit all the time. So I think we'll go for that Zanetto. We should be able to get through some questions, if nothing else. So we'll stick a few of their sponsorships on our car. So let's go to Spain. Okay, so I don't know how. I think I don't know how well we're gonna do. Gonna look to try and keep that fight up with that midfield pack early on. We've got Monaco, Baku coming up, which are not historically the greatest tracks for myself. So we need to try and capitalise here to have the performance, or to not let our poor performance possibly in the next couple of races hurt the team too much. So we'll go to track and see what we can do. So we'll use the race strategy to get a bit of a test of our pace and see what we can come up with. We're going to run these with no DRS. Just because obviously it works your fuel load, and I think if you're DRSing, it's less drag, so your fuel economy is going to be better. Forgetting not to turn ARS off again.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
So considering that we're on the mediums, we're right up there with Ocon and Fernando. Kinked them in 16th on the softs. So yeah, I feel that we've got good pace again. So Dan's still not bringing in the resource points. Okay, so we look like we've got some decent pace in FP1. So we'll jump into Q1 and see what we can come up with. So let's head out into Q1, see what we can come up with. Hopefully we can get into Q2. Looks like we've got ourselves out in a nice bit of clean air coming out early. nasty snatch down into the S's. Not the cleanest lap you're ever going to see. So our first Q1 run, not the greatest. I don't know whether it's going to be enough to get us through. I haven't used a fresh set. It looked like we had really good pace in free practice, but we're going to hit traffic through turn 1. What are you doing, Yuki? Tsunoda has just totally blown our lap. So yeah, we went out, we done another lap, or we tried to, and Yuki Tsunoda screwed us, and then we just outbroke ourselves into turn 1 so much that it was sort of unrecoverable. So fingers crossed this gets us through. Bottas topping the timesheets in Q1. And we end up out in Q1 in 18th. So from a podium to a knockout in Q1. You're right, Jeff. Not where we wanted to be. Not after the great result of the first race.
Welcome along then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix. A race which saw Max Verstappen win on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016. This after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg on the first lap. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the
very
front row.
close behind, though.
Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Leclerc, Sainz, Vettel, Stroll and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher and Norris, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Roberts and Daniel Ticktum, Russell, Mazepin, Fernando Alonso, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So Nando's
After
Alpine
the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
taking a grid penalty. We're going to do our normal sort of thing. I'm just going to stick just a little bit more fuel on. And then we've got, what, lap 14. So we're just going to go the one stop, softs and hards. I think from the back here it's probably the sensible option.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Second race in and Jeff's already warning us about engine wear. Don't know if we did kind of felt like there was a bit of a nudge there from behind, but that might have just been a bit of snap on the steering. Kind of got a bit scared with where Ocon was slowing down, giving Antonio Giovinazzi another little look up for us, but
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
yeah, Giovinazzi, you can look up the inside.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
Just need to kind of regroup and focus a little bit.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. Yellow flag.
Oh, I really thought we were about to get death there.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Looks like Leclerc has had an engine failure.
Keep pushing, you're gaining on the car ahead.
We've got DRS Kimmy
Check your
hasn't,
MFD
so...
for a new strategy option. Okay, copy that.
Are they saying that these tyres are lasting? Because it looked like they were extended the run by 2 laps. Yeah, we've spent the last couple of laps now just sort of sitting in a bit of a race on our own. Managing the gap behind.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
We've kind of got ourselves into this sort of little bit of a gap between Yuki and Kimmy. To which we're not really making headway in either direction. Yuki's doing an incredible job of just managing that gap to us. We're sort of trading temps at the moment. At least that's how it feels.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
So that front left's taking a fair pounding.
Daniel is in the pits. Daniel in the pits. Caution. Caution.
So we're just going to stay out and just keep extending this run. Whew. So we managed to pull the run a little bit longer.
Go, go, go. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Bit of a wibble as we come out of the pits. Ocon's managed to make the jump on Kimmy. Kind of at this point of the Grand Prix, kind of hoping for Danny Rick to get onto the back of Esteban. Trying to cause him some pain, get him off our tail. But as Grand Prix go, this has been a relatively uneventful race. We sort of found our spot somewhere between Tsunoda and Ocon, and kind of feel like we've been here all race long.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
The charging Danny Rick is turning up pretty rapidly though. Lando Norris joining the back of the train. So out of shape for that final corner section. Four laps to go. Oh, we are struggling now. Ocon
We're
6 tenths
catching the
back.
car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
We are not catching Yuki Tsunoda. I think these tyres are feeling pretty dead as well. Well, we're going to need to be late on the brakes. I think Ocon's chance is
This is
just
your
blown
final
it for the
lap,
race for
final
them.
lap of the race.
Tyres feel a lot worse than they're actually looking at on the graphic. Whew!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Second race of the season, and we've picked up another handful of points. And driver of the day.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So Bottas taking the win. Big smiles from Valtteri. To be fair, both the Mercedes boys looking pretty chuffed with that.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Roberts. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
So Charles was the Ferrari that had the engine failure. Dan Tinktum 18th. So not great really. Need to start getting a bit of a better result from him. In the standings wise, he dropped to 5th, but I mean it was a lofty height to start the season. It is only downhill from there. And we're actually sitting in 3rd place in the constructors. I can't see us maintaining that. Yeah, we didn't get interviewed at all over the weekend, so missing out on our objective. We lost some money to some damages. But we've got some finances now. We've got a press interview coming up before the next Grand Prix. So we've got Spec 1 on aero. We'll go for Spec 1 fabrication on chassis as well. It's a huge chunk of money out, 2.2 million. But I think, you know, we need to work on the on this R&D. We're going to have to take some new power unit components into the next race. But a nice, again, getting some points. And and that's where we're at. So next up, we're going to have Monaco. I think it's probably going to be a shaky race. Let's see what we can come up with. I'm guessing some of these other teams are going to bring some upgrades in at Monaco. I mean, Haas and Williams have sort of not really done a lot by the look of it this year. So they've done a little bit, to be fair. But that gap's increased to them, so I'm guessing they're going to start to pull that back. So yeah, but another points finish for the team. We're sitting strong. Whether we can keep this momentum up, who knows? But we'll certainly keep trying. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this, guys. If you have, please hit the subscribe, hit the like,